The third party vanished. And what your person just confessed will break you. Archangel Michael says, there are moments when heaven grows completely silent, when angels stop singing, when light pauses in the air, and when the truth that has been hidden for so long finally steps forward, trembling but unstoppable. My child, this is one of those moments. The truth about the third party, the one who stood between you and the person your soul aches for, is not only being revealed. It has already changed everything. You may have felt it recently, a sudden calm, a strange stillness after chaos, a soft inner whisper that something has ended without you lifting a finger. That is because the third party, the one who tried to stand between your destiny and your divine connection, has vanished. Not by accident. Not by your doing. But by divine correction. Heaven has removed what was not meant to stay. This person was a distraction. A shadow placed to test the purity of love, to challenge the patience of your heart, and to expose the weakness within your person's spirit. For so long, they couldn't see clearly. They thought the illusion was real, the mask was love. But love never forces. Love never lies. And what was built on deceit can never survive the light of truth. Your person has been wrestling with their conscience. Every night their soul has been screaming your name in silence. They've tried to run from the guilt, to hide from the shame, but their dreams betray them. In every reflection, in every quiet moment, they see you. You, the one they tried to forget but couldn't. You, the one they betrayed but still belong to. You, the one heaven assigned to them long before either of you were born. When the third party vanished, your person's soul cracked open. For the first time, they faced the mirror of their own choices, and what they confessed will shake you. They admitted that they never truly loved that other person. They confessed that every time they tried to feel something genuine, all they could feel was emptiness. They said your name when they shouldn't have. They compared everything, every smile, every kiss, every word, and nothing ever matched the way you made them feel. They said the third party was a noise that drowned their truth. They said that they lied to themselves just to survive the guilt. But now that the third party is gone, your person feels both freed and broken. Because the silence they are left with is filled with your voice. They feel your energy everywhere, your scent, your words, your memory wrapped around their heart. Archangel Michael continues, you have been the light that guided them even when they walked into the darkness. You didn't chase, you didn't beg, you let divine timing speak, and now heaven is rewarding your patience. You see, when you let go, you made space for justice. When you chose peace over revenge, the universe began working in your favor. The divine doesn't forget hearts that love purely. But, my child, this revelation will hurt. Because even though your person finally sees the truth, they are realizing the depth of what they lost. The confession they made is raw. They said that they destroyed their own home by choosing temporary comfort over eternal connection. They said they stayed with the third party out of fear, fear of change, fear of being unworthy of you, fear of your strength. You intimidated their demons. You made them see parts of themselves they weren't ready to heal. And so, instead of facing their healing, they ran. But where they ran to was never meant to last. The third party's energy collapsed the moment truth arrived. Lies cannot breathe where truth enters. The false connection had to die for destiny to live. That's why everything fell apart so suddenly. That's why you woke up one day and felt the air shift. Heaven was realigning everything in your favor. Archangel Michael says, do not mistake the end of the third party for your person's perfection. They are still healing. They are still learning what love truly means. But this is the beginning of their awakening. They've seen visions of you. They've cried in silence. They've written messages they never sent. Their confession wasn't just about guilt, it was a cry for forgiveness. A cry for a chance to fix what they broke. Right now, their heart is being purified through pain. They are being guided to face every lie, every manipulation, every excuse. They've confessed to an angel that you were the one they can't unlove, the one they can't erase. They said, I tried to make someone else fit, but it was always them. It was always the one I left behind. You see, heaven sometimes allows a connection to break so that it can return stronger. The delay isn't rejection, it's redirection. The divine is preparing both of you to meet again, but this time as healed souls, not wounded ones. Your person needed to lose the imitation to value the original. They needed to taste emptiness to recognize the fullness you gave them. Archangel Michael whispers, do not chase. Let them come. Their soul already knows where home is. The energy of separation has ended. Now begins the energy of alignment. What is yours cannot be stolen, and what was stolen cannot stay gone forever. The truth will always find its way back to love. You might feel a strange wave of emotion soon, memories resurfacing, tears without reason, random moments of peace. That's not confusion. That's healing. That's your heart syncing with the truth. Heaven is restoring the balance, removing what was toxic, and preparing your heart for reconciliation or closure, whichever serves your highest good. Your person is realizing that love isn't possession, it's devotion. And their confession proves that the illusion of the third party was never love, only distraction. Now, the masks are falling, and their soul stands exposed. They want to reach out. They want to speak, but they are afraid of how deep your silence has become. Archangel Michael says, Heaven asks you not to respond in anger. The same universe that allowed you to be hurt is now the one bringing justice. Trust the process. You are not alone. Your angels have been working behind the scenes to guide both hearts toward truth. And the third party? Their disappearance is divine intervention, not punishment, but release. They too are being guided toward healing, far from what wasn't meant for them. This is not the end of your story. It's the clearing before the new chapter. The confession may sting, but it also sets you free. You now have clarity, the power to choose from love, not from longing. And remember, Archangel Michael says, you are the divine light your person could never replace. You are the lesson that taught them what real love feels like. The third party vanished because the divine has no place for counterfeit energy in your destiny. So hold your peace, keep your faith, and let heaven do what it promised. The storm has passed. The truth is out. And now the divine plan unfolds in your favor. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, after the confession, silence took over, not the painful kind that suffocates, but the divine kind that heals. Heaven created this pause intentionally, so that both souls could breathe, understand, and choose differently this time. Your person's confession was not just words, it was an awakening. For the first time, they saw themselves as they truly are, not as the image they built for others, but as a soul stripped of ego and illusion. They are now facing their own reflection, and it's humbling. The angels are showing them memories they tried to suppress, the look in your eyes when you believed in them, the warmth in your voice when you encouraged them, and the pain you hid when they broke your trust. Every emotion is returning like waves against their heart, and they can't escape it anymore. You may wonder why this is happening now. It's because divine timing has ripened. The energy that once protected them from feeling guilt has dissolved. The third party's presence, which served as a distraction, has been removed so the truth could no longer hide behind comfort. Your person has nowhere left to run. The truth is standing right before them, and that truth is you. Archangel Michael continues, they've started talking to the divine again, whispering prayers they never believed they'd say. They are asking for strength, for forgiveness, for one last chance to make things right. At night, their soul reaches out to yours. You may have felt their pull in your dreams, sudden warmth in your chest, or random tears without knowing why. That's the bond, the unspoken energy that never truly broke. But Archangel Michael wants you to understand this. Just because they confess and regret doesn't mean you must rush back. Healing takes space. The divine wants you both to rebuild, not repeat. The universe is working in layers, healing your wounds, cleansing your person's soul, and realigning your paths so that if you do meet again, it will be on sacred ground, not broken promises. Heaven is proud of you. You didn't lose your light when you were betrayed. You didn't let bitterness consume you. You chose self-love when others chose pride. That strength has not gone unnoticed. Every tear you cried has been turned into divine currency, creating blessings that are now on their way. The angels are releasing miracles in your favor, signs, opportunities, peace. Archangel Michael says, your person is beginning to understand that love is not about control or possession. They are realizing that real love means surrender, trust, and growth. They're remembering your patience, your laughter, and the way you saw beauty in their brokenness. That memory has become their teacher. They're learning that they hurt the very soul that was sent to help them heal. They've confessed more than guilt. They've confessed that they still love you, not as a fantasy, but as truth. They said, no matter where I go, their energy follows. It's like the universe won't let me forget. And they're right. The divine won't let them forget until they face their lessons. Every person in their path now mirrors the pain they caused you. Every silence feels like your absence echoing through their soul. This is divine justice, but also divine mercy. Heaven isn't punishing them, it's transforming them. They must learn how love truly works, that it's not selfish, it's sacred. That to love you means to grow, not to possess. And now, Archangel Michael turns to you. My child, do not fear what comes next. Whether this story leads to reconciliation or release, know that heaven's decision is perfect. If they return, it will be when both of you are ready, not desperate. If they don't, it will be because a greater destiny awaits, one that matches your healed heart. The third party's disappearance was not an accident. It was divine surgery, the cutting away of what was poisoning your connection. Now that the blockage is gone, your energy can rise again. You'll start feeling lighter, more inspired, more alive. You might notice new doors opening, creative ideas, new people, or even dreams that carry messages from your angels. Pay attention. These are signs that your life is moving forward. Your person, however, is in a deep spiritual battle. Their heart wants to reach out, but fear holds them back. They wonder if you'll ever forgive them. They replay your last words, your last glance, over and over. They're realizing that the silence they gave you has now become their own punishment. Archangel Michael says softly, let them feel this silence. It's teaching them what your presence truly meant. You don't need to chase or prove your worth. Your stillness speaks louder than any message you could send. They are awakening through your absence. And when they finally come forward, it won't be as the same person who left, it will be as someone reborn by truth. In the higher realms, your name is being spoken with reverence. The angels are proud of how you carried yourself with grace. You didn't retaliate, even when pain pushed you to the edge. That restraint protected your karma and magnified your blessings. Heaven is now preparing to reward your patience with peace, abundance, and divine connections that match your frequency. But, Archangel Michael adds, be gentle with yourself during this transition. You may still feel echoes of the past, sudden flashes of sadness, or longing. Let them pass. They are not regressions, they are releases. Each tear, each memory is leaving your body so that joy can take its place. And for your person, they are standing on the threshold of change. They are being humbled by divine truth. Their world feels empty without the chaos of distraction. The absence of the third party feels like a mirror showing them everything they lost. They are being prepared for redemption, but that choice is theirs to make. You cannot save them, they must choose light for themselves. Archangel Michael concludes, this chapter is not about revenge, it's about realization. What was lost will either return purified or make space for something greater. Trust that heaven is writing the next scene with your highest good in mind. You are stepping into a season of divine clarity, where confusion fades and peace reigns. Your light was never meant to be dimmed by betrayal. It was meant to be refined by it. And now, that light is about to lead you toward blessings that no third party could ever block. Archangel Michael says, the air around you is changing again. You might feel it in sudden bursts of emotion, or see it in small, divine signs, repeated numbers, unexpected songs, feathers appearing in your path, or dreams so vivid that they feel like messages. These are not coincidences. The universe is now aligning the energy of reconciliation and truth. Heaven is preparing both souls, yours and your person's, for a divine encounter that will reveal everything left unsaid. Your person is restless. The same silence that once comforted them now feels unbearable. Every time they try to distract themselves, the universe sends reminders of you, a familiar scent, a song that once belonged to both of you, a stranger with your eyes. They can't escape it. Because heaven won't let them. Not until they make things right. Archangel Michael continues, their soul is being shaken awake. They have begun to realize that love cannot be controlled, nor replaced. They are starting to see that you were not just another chapter, you were the story. Every night, they revisit the moments when they chose pride over love. Every morning, they wake up with the weight of regret pressing against their chest. It's no longer guilt, it's awareness. They are beginning to see through the eyes of truth, and the view is humbling. In the divine plan, this is called the stage of repentance. The soul that once wandered now begins to crave redemption. Your person is realizing that running from you was running from themselves. They tried to silence the divine connection, but it echoed louder with every attempt. The angels have been whispering to them, showing them visions of the love they abandoned, not as punishment, but as guidance. Archangel Michael says, your person's confession was only the first part. Now comes their transformation. They're facing sleepless nights, inner battles, and memories that replay endlessly. The third party's energy has faded completely, no calls, no messages, no emotional pull. It's as if that entire chapter has been erased by divine force. Heaven needed to remove all distractions so your person could hear their own soul again. They are beginning to remember your gentleness, the way you understood their silence, the way your laughter healed parts of them they didn't even know were broken. They are seeing the difference between your unconditional love and the conditional comfort they had elsewhere. They now understand that what they called freedom was actually their greatest bondage. But Archangel Michael reminds you, this awakening is not instant. It's like dawn, slow, quiet, and beautiful once it arrives. You are being called to stay grounded during this time. Do not rush the process or try to control the outcome. Let divine timing unfold naturally. The angels are rearranging circumstances behind the scenes, removing karmic ties, softening hearts, and guiding both of you to your highest truth. Soon, your person will be guided to speak again. They will reach out, not from ego, but from vulnerability. Their words may tremble, their voice may crack, but the truth will pour out. They will confess that they never stopped loving you, that every choice made against you became a wound in their own soul. Archangel Michael says gently, when that moment comes, you will feel it before it happens. Your energy will shift. You'll wake up feeling peaceful, almost expectant, as if something good is near. That's because your angels are already preparing your heart. You will sense them before they appear. But this meeting, this conversation, is not about proving who was right or wrong. It's about closure, healing, and divine truth. You will see their eyes filled with tears of realization. They will tell you that the third party was never love, only a shadow of their own fear. They will admit that they tried to forget you but failed every time. They'll say that life without you lost its color, that even their victories felt empty without your energy beside them. Archangel Michael adds, the confession that will break you is not meant to destroy, it's meant to cleanse. When they speak of the pain they caused, the deception they lived, and the regret that haunts them, your heart will ache. But in that ache, something miraculous will happen, forgiveness will begin. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's liberation. It doesn't mean you accept the wrong, but that you refuse to let it control you any longer. Heaven will hold your heart steady as the truth unfolds. The angels will stand behind you, surrounding you with peace, ensuring you speak not from pain, but from wisdom. And while your person's words may bring tears, they will also bring clarity. You'll finally understand why everything had to happen the way it did, why separation was necessary, why betrayal became your awakening. You'll see that every heartbreak was a divine redirection toward your purpose. Archangel Michael says, after this meeting, two paths may open, reconciliation or release. In one path, your person will commit to healing with you, building something stronger on the foundation of truth. In the other, they will accept that their purpose was to awaken your strength and allow you to rise towards something greater. Either way, the divine wins. You cannot lose what was destined for your soul's evolution. Right now, the universe is testing your readiness. Are you ready to forgive without forgetting? Are you ready to love without losing yourself? Are you ready to trust divine timing more than your own fears? These questions shape your next chapter. The angels are encouraging you to stay open yet protected. Keep your boundaries strong, but your heart soft. Do not let bitterness rewrite your spirit. You have endured the storm, now it's time to stand in the light of peace. Archangel Michael concludes this part with a promise: the love that was written in your destiny cannot be erased, only delayed. The third party's exit was divine intervention, the removal of illusion. Your person's confession is divine justice, the restoration of truth. And your peace is divine reward, the reflection of heaven's promise. Soon, you will look back and realize that everything you lost led you to everything you were meant to become. You were never being punished, you were being prepared.